Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing today on this chilly, unseasonably cold April morning in southeast Minnesota? Where are we, Tom?
Well, we're actually in front of a travel agency.
Yeah.
because
we want to get the heck out of here. This is annoying now.
Even gardeners that have a lot we could be doing before things start growing. But Kelly's going like road trip. I'm wearing my Alabama Master Gardener shirt on here because I'm thinking something a little bit warmer than this.
You came back too early.
I came back way too early. I'm not, with the snow flurries here in April, this is a little crazy. So, Kelly, we didn't know where we were going to be. Oh, yeah, by the way, we also tried to get into places. We tried to get in Apache Mall, tried to get in the library, tried to go to Gerton's, tried to go anywhere, and they're not open at 8:30 in the morning, especially this time of year.
So you guys are stuck with our creativity. So what do us gardeners do when it's a cloudy, cold day? You don't want to go out and do anything necessarily. You grab your mug of whatever you have and you crank out your gardening books, or you watch some gardening videos, or you check out your gardening magazines, and you wistfully dream of the next sunny day we have when we can actually get out and do something in our gardens. So we are going to educate you on some of our favorite...
That's what you do?
Publication. Not really.
I just do
I
puzzles.
do other stuff. Puzzles?
I just do puzzles.
I actually do other things. Like, you're retired, I'm not. But yeah, so we are going to talk our favorite books, our favorite websites, and our favorite publications today. So here we go. Tom, are you going first, or are we going to alternate?
Why don't you start, because you've got a lot more to go.
Okay, so we talked about the weather, travel agency, what gardeners do, and books and magazines. Okay, so folks, one of my favorite books is The Gardeners Labyrinth. Yep. This is written by Thomas Hill in 1577. And I know this is an old book. Well, it's a new book, but it is filled with beautiful block prints and all kinds of historical illustrations and, of course, Old English writing as to what gardens were and what gardens did for people back then, how gardens were the places where public gathered, how gardens were set up. And of course, it doesn't apply to our climate, but it's just a really great way to understand the history of gardens and what they've done for us over time, and how agriculture developed into kind of this haute gardening, this like couture plant kind of a thing. And so this is one of my favorites because it's so old.
I remember we had a labyrinth at the
Smart
Garden too.
Yeah, labyrinths have been around for a long time. So one of my all-time favorite books. Tom, you're going to
great book.
You're going to hold those now. Okay.
Should have gone to the library, but it wasn't open.
It wasn't open. So second favorite book. Oh my gosh, I've had this one for decades. This is the Encyclopedia of Organic Gardening. Tom, is this backwards on the screen?
No, it's perfect. Look at
thank
this.
God. Okay.
And we're not gonna flip the camera around.
Right. So Rodale Press. Google Rodale Press, or go to Rodale.com. Maybe it's edu. Incredible resource. The Rodale Institute has been doing awesome stuff for decades, and this is set up alphabetically by anything having to do with gardens, the plants, nematodes, leaf litter, soil. There's all kinds of stuff in here, and you don't have the book in the thing. Maybe that's my fault. So this is just a great encyclopedia, and it's a go-to source for me for just about everything. Love this book.
Right?
Okay.
Oh my God, these are heavy books. Okay.
And then kind of, the native plants got to be a real big deal in the 90s and then through the 2000s. And they're kicking up again with lawns to legumes, with the bee, where loss of pollinator habitat, the neonicotinoids that have finally been proven to be damaging, and the varroa mites. So native plants are one of the greatest things that we can add to our landscapes. And this is just a simple little publication. It's sources for native seeds and plants. And I got this from the Soil and Water Conservation Society.
Can you see that?
So you can go on to the Soil and Water Conservation Society. They've got cool videos to watch. They've got cool infographics that you can print. A lot of my infographics that I've laminated, Tom, I use those as kits for the master gardeners when we're at the farmers market. So this is a great little resource.
And you notice we talk natives quite a bit, but think about it. We were primarily settled by Europeans, and what did they do? They brought things over.
Yeah, they brought things over, and they ripped down our native landscape.
Buckthorn was thought to be a nice nice little...
It is. It's a beautiful hedging material, but don't let it go to flower and fruit.
And dandelions?
Yeah. Dandies. Great source of protein for those bees.
Trexicum officinale, okay.
Okay, there you go. Dr. A. Who knows about Dr. A?
Dr.
Oh my
A.
gosh, I love Dr.
For
A.
agriculture?
No.
Dr.
Armitage.
A. Oh, Armitage.
Yes.
Okay, the Armitage. Okay.
Dr.
There he
Armitage is really phenomenal, and I've had this native plants book, oh my gosh, maybe 15 years now, but it's loaded with all of the native plants.
Nothing
all
invasive
of them for
in
North
there.
America.
Okay.
And there you go. If you want to look up native plants, and hey, by the way, do you know that you can interlibrary loan any book from the library? I once had a library book come from the New York City Library.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, RPL, Rochester Public Library, will get you anything. So what you do is you check them out, and then if you really love them and you can't live without it, then you can buy it. You can source the book.
Perfect,
But
okay.
RPL wins, hands down. So native plants, you know,
Of course, she only brought about a third of her out. No, not even
turn
close.
that
Their
thing?
library is huge.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have a national award-winning library. We won the award in 2018. We rock. So xeriscape planting. Who knows what xeriscape planting is? Raise your hand. Oh, Tom.
It's a new one on me.
Okay,
Zero.
Xeriscape planting.
Okay,
So this is a publication put out with the American Waterworks Association. This is actually from Colorado, a semi-arid climate. We have a riparian climate here with lots of water, over 30 inches of rain per year, whereas out west, semi-arid climates get about 16, and then the arid climates get even less than 16 inches of rain per year. But as we think about climate resiliency,
Yep.
and as we understand how our landscapes need to change, you know, not so much drawdown of our groundwater to keep it up on the surface.
Yep.
We need to water our plants less and learn how to enrich our soils. This is a great guide, and this publication is quite old. I've had this book for, I don't know, 25 years now.
But it's in good
And
shape.
it's
Way
in,
to
well,
go.
it sits on my bookshelf a lot. When I used to do a lot more designing, I pulled it out a lot more, but now I know all
So
this
now
stuff.
you
It's
know
a great
what
book.
xeriscape is.
Xeriscape. It's designing with plants. Xeriscaping is designing with plants that need low water and combining them so that in an
nice.
area so that they work with each other and you just use less water. But it's a great resource, and it talks about
It is a nice looking book. I
talks
like the
about
graphics on
plantings.
there.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a good one.
Yep.
Okay, so since we're talking about xeriscape gardening, oh my gosh, I tried to whittle it down to 5 books, guys, but holy cow, I think I got 10.
You're going to have to go a little faster.
I'm trying. Okay, so building soils for better crops. Yeah, in your garden you grow crops. Maybe a smaller scale than farmers, but this is a publication by the Sustainable Agriculture and Research Association, and it has one of my favorite infographics about soil in it. And soil is life, folks.
And it all starts with soil, as it says on Kelly's shirt here.
Yeah,
so.
it all starts with soil. There is more life in a teaspoon of soil than there is on the entire surface of our planet. Crazy. We've got to take care of our soil if we're gonna do anything.
Okay.
The soil is what is doing it for us, and the water. So this is a great book.
Okay. Still on the books here.
This is an original one. We got 3 left, folks. Hang in there. Gardens for Victory.
Oh, Victory Gardens.
Yeah, Victory Gardens, 1943 publication, and this is kind of what all kicked it off. Community gardens, growing food. We've got significant supply chain issues this year with what's going on. Started with the pandemic, the milk dumping, the derecho, lots of stuff. So this is a favorite one, and I bought this used, obviously, and it's one of my favorites.
Perfect. Okay.
The Market Gardener, because who doesn't want
Market.
to grow food and give it away or sell it? I guess I do.
Yeah.
I'm crazy that way. This is phenomenal. New Society Publishers. This is a French couple that lives up in Canada, and on just
Jean-Martin Fortier.
Yeah, Fortier.
Fortier.
Fortier. I don't speak French. I'm better with Spanish
Oui.
and Latin.
Parlez-vous français?
Yeah. Now you distracted me. Two Paroles.
Where are we, Kelly?
Two Paroles Esperante? I don't know where we are. Yeah. So The Market Gardener is a great book, but you know what? It's not just for market gardening. It teaches you so many awesome things about gardening. So if you're a beginning gardener, you're going to love this. You're going to learn so much. All organic techniques without a lot of machinery, and teaches you about the sun, the latitude, and how you want to plan for shade. Just a really, really good publication. And then the last one, oh my goodness.
The last one that Kelly brought.
I would be remiss if I didn't mention...
Oh, the seed garden.
If I didn't mention the seed garden. This is from Seed Savers Exchange, and the Wheat Otley couple started Seed Savers Exchange back in the 70s, and this is where the seed library procures most of its bulk seeds when we package, but we try and grow out as many seeds as possible to keep the budget down and then also to make it a circular, sustainable program. And this book, we actually have several of them at the library. Consider borrowing it and saving your own seed. Let's make food a more just thing for all of us. Food sovereignty is really important. So this walks you through each and every species individually.
Oh my gosh, garlic. I see the garlic.
Yeah, and how you can save garlic seeds. And then on the next page, it's alphabetical. Not really. Here's the amaranth family. Amaranth is species,
beautiful.
subspecies.
I love that color.
So all kinds of seeds that you could save here. These are basically saving seeds for anything. And it's a great thing. You can borrow it from our library, or you can also purchase it. So
that's all that Kelly brought. But, I mean, Seed Savers, we were actually thinking of a road trip to Decorah.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
And they
when it's
they
warmer.
weren't open at 8:30.
They don't open till 10.
Or the Mennonites, and they, of course, their season hasn't really started either down there. So
that's a Mother's Day trip.
That's a Mother's Day trip.
Those greenhouses are cranking around Mother's Day.
Okay, so now we're going to see how Kelly's camera skills are.
They're better. They're better.
Better.
I wish my arms were
all right.
longer.
Okay. Yeah. It does help to have longer arms. So I do some reading too, but maybe not in the same level that Kelly does. But my favorite, is the Northern Gardener magazine. So I'm a member of the Minnesota Horticulture Society, and I became a member, and it is awesome. These magazines, there's more information, more about gardening than you'll ever need to know if you're just kind of a casual gardener or if you're somebody starting out new, because it's just got a lot of shorter articles, not as much in depth as what Kelly was showing there. And there's even little guides and stuff you can snap out. Look at, here's a dig in little booklet you can pop out that came in the last issue, and gives you a lot of tips and stuff like that. So again, if you're a member of the Minnesota Horticulture Society, I think it's like $34 a year or something like that. And of course they're related or involved in the things like the Arboretum and stuff.
And they've got the Garden in a Box program, which has been really helpful to lots of schools and folks that are low income access. It's a free program that you can sign up for. Garden in a Box is pretty cool.
And I'm a National Geographic child, so lots of pictures, lots of colorful, beautiful pictures. All right, and then Kelly, she likes to do this for a little bit of her landscaping work, but this was a gift of a package of 6 of them that we had during our annual meeting that she donated. And I won. So,
the English Garden, the only subscription I have ever had in my life, and it's been going for over 25 years. The English Garden, absolutely love it. I don't even have time to read it anymore. They just sit on my shelf, and I just walk past them and I go, "Oh, someday."
Someday I'll walk through these gardens in England or in Scotland or whatever.
Beautiful.
But they're just
There's
beautiful.
many
but a lot of great ideas if you're just starting out or you're looking at your backyard and you want to change it. So it's going to take some time to do that. And then last but not least,
beer me.
So
not now.
Yeah,
it's
not
not even
now.
9 a.m. No,
but,
I'm joking, really.
So I did some transfers last night, but there are books on beer.
Tom, what does transfers mean? We're not master brewers like you are.
I'm transferring it from the primary fermenting to the secondary fermenter.
See, Tom is just loaded with this knowledge about beer brewing.
And types, and then eventually it goes into the dispenser so you can serve it. But here, I did this about several years ago when I first became a master gardener. The thought was, hey, maybe we could do a little education on hops and how it was very popular in the 19th century, like 1840 to 1870, because the breweries, each town had a brewery in the northern part of our country, and from New York all the way over to Nebraska and stuff, and they had to grow hops locally. Laura Ingalls Wilder grew hops. So anyway, this is a book about local food, local brew. Local brew. Yeah. But anyway, it's a wonderful book about what happened, and of course now, because of the climate and what hops need, it's pretty much all in Yakima Valley now. So everything's growing there. But the U.S. did surpass Germany several years ago in hop production. So that's my book. And I've read this. And so you can ask me about hops. So,
what about websites?
Websites. Yes.
So my all-time favorite website is Charles Dowding, Dowding, No Dig. I love him. He's great. Of course, it's England again. I'm sorry. I'm such an Anglophile. But the concepts are phenomenal. I've done a lot of community gardens with Smother and Cover the way he teaches. So Charles Dowding, No Dig. And then, of course, there's Johnny's Seeds.
Johnny Seeds, yep.
Johnny Seeds has
Not Johnny Appleseed.
No,
Okay,
that's somebody Chapman. John Chapman?
John Chapman.
John Chapman.
That was his nickname, yeah.
No, John Chapman was his real name.
No, I know, but Johnny Appleseed was his nickname.
Yeah,
Okay.
duh.
Okay.
Gosh. Okay, so Johnny's...
No nicknames here.
Right, no
Okay.
nicknames here. Johnny Seeds, they have a growers library. Go on to Johnny Seeds, and in the upper right corner, you'll see growers library. There's all kinds of interesting information, and they have a seed starting guide on there. You can punch in your last frost date, and it'll program any seed species you want to grow, and it'll tell you when to start it, a second planting for succession planting. Johnny Seeds is a phenomenal resource, so check that out. And then the other one, of course, is, like I mentioned with my seed garden book, Seed Savers Exchange. It's just really great. Lots of seed saving knowledge on there, lots of growers knowledge, and they've got flowers and veg, and just plus it's an incredible road trip to go down to Decorah, Iowa, visit Seed Savers Exchange in the spring.
There will be. Yeah.
We'll do one. What are your favorite websites, Tom?
Well, my favorite, I've got to push
Has
this.
to do with brew, I'm sure.
No, U of M extension,
oh
yard and garden.
Yard and garden.
Yard and garden.
Of
I mean,
course. Yes.
if you type up yard and garden or U of M extension,
UMN extension, yard and garden.
And just look, and vegetables, boom, they're all listed.
You will get lost. You will get lost in that website. It's so extensive and awesome. Yeah.
It tells you all about how to start with them, from seeding, if you're seeding or doing seedlings or plantings. It'll tell you about the soil type, getting soil tests, what you have to do for preparation.
Are you talking about the vegetable page, UMN extension?
Well, I was
vegetables?
on the vegetable page today looking at asparagus.
Oh, yes, asparagus. Got it.
So, and we got to talk about that a little bit later in another show. But anyway.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was just, I don't know if everybody there likes our studio here. It's a nice climate controlled environment. It's supposed to be 54 today, and I had it up to 72 before I picked you up. So
nice. What is the wind chill factor right now? Anyway,
it was in the
April
teens.
Day?
It was in the teens. Yeah.
Welcome to Southeast Minnesota, folks.
Yeah.
This lovely, lovely April. This is a typical April. We get this.
Yep.
We get this. It's
So,
14.
It's
Real
14.
feel 14.
14 degrees. So
That's
with
why we're
that,
not outside.
we're not going to go outside. And maybe Tom and Kelly's show might have to wait till May next year. No, I don't know. But this is crazy. So we're looking forward to getting out in our projects. We have some new projects that we're going to be visiting. But yeah, we're so anxious to get out and garden and start doing things and getting our seedlings in the ground. But
seedlings. We should talk about those next week.
yeah, next week.
Yeah,
seedlings.
next week.
But with that, and we've been kind of belaboring it here, and
It's a long one, a long episode. Thanks for hanging in with us, everybody, because, we're all about fun.
Yep. And so, where's Tom and Kelly? We're in a parking lot at the travel agency, but we're not gonna book anything. So not yet.
Yeah,
so.
not yet.
Okay. All right, everybody. Rock your day.
Rock
Take
your
care.
day.